morning and good luck. And welcome back to Good Luck with Gino, episode 58. I'm your host, Gino the Ghost, and you're tuning in to the 58th consecutive podcast where I'm drinking unbranded water because I still don't have a beverage sponsor. I was actually offered a beverage sponsor this week, but I turned it down because it doesn't align with my values. No, that's not true. I actually just don't like the beverage, and I don't want to have to pretend to like it every week on my show. So, still looking, but welcome. If you're listening on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, here's what I need you to do. You need to hit that like button. You need to make sure you're subscribed and that it's downloaded to your device because that helps me make money and get more sponsors. If you're watching on YouTube, and goddamn it, you better be watching on YouTube. If you're watching on Spotify or Apple, finish the episode, but make sure you come back. You're going to come back and you're going to run it back. Think of your favorite movie. You're going to do that with this show. Okay? And you got to be watching on YouTube because you'd see something very special if you're watching on YouTube. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking fly as always, right? We got the Pradas on today instead of the Cardis. Every once in a while, we like to mix it up and keep them on our toes. We got the pinky ring by St. Jules on my right hand. We got the tennis necklace on my neck, playing tennis like it's in the movie Challengers, right? Like Zendaya, just fucking playing tennis. Two guys fighting over, that's what's going on my neck. But what do we got on my shirt today? Who's that? Oh, this is the Good Luck merchandise. Yeah, the merch is coming. Not going to be available this week. I think next week, but we got a little teaser for you. Should I turn around so you can see the back? Hold on. Let me see. This is just going to be a nightmare. Let me try it. Let's just see. Huh? Look at that. Yeah, baby. Fuck yeah, dude. Bring back bullying. It's here. We're officially going to bring back bullying. This is one of two designs. We're going to start shipping product next week. So make sure you tune in for that. Anyway, if you're watching on YouTube, I get a little distracted sometimes. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the like button. Smash the ever-loving fuck out of that subscribe button. And then, well, you're going to head on over to the New Orleans coast because there was two companies responsible for the operation of a large motor tanker, the PS Dream. And while they just pled guilty to committing environmental crimes, charged $2 million for dumping oil. That's right. Dumping oil into the fucking New Orleans, I don't fucking know, somewhere in New Orleans. So you know what you're going to do? Well, you're going to go scoop up that oil, and you're going to come back and you're going to apply it to the algorithm. You're going to leave a comment in that comment section and grease up that algorithm. It might be destroying the earth, but we can make the earth a better place by making this show the biggest podcast in the world. Right? Because you got to think about it. The more famous I get, the better the world gets. So make sure you grease up that algorithm and help make the world a better place. Let's revisit the week. My DMs and comment section has been a goddamn war zone. You would think that I got on the internet and said, hey, let's kill babies and fight dogs. Because my Harrison Butker video, I didn't realize this was such a hot button topic. I mean, motherfuckers were telling me to kill myself because I said that Harrison Butker was a clown for what he said. Now, I'm not going to go over it again because I posted a story. I've been literally arguing with people in the fucking comment section all week about this dumb ass speech. I can't believe it. But you would think that I didn't say the take here is not that marriage is dumb and being a happy wife is something to be ashamed of. I can't believe I have to explain the nuance of him basically just saying, I'm not even going to get into it. If you want to get involved in the discourse, you can just hop on the YouTube video or the Instagram video or TikTok and go through the comments. Something hilarious that happened that I want to share with you guys. I ordered DoorDash yesterday, and I have a thing with my DoorDash drivers. Something about me and DoorDash drivers, they just constantly fuck up my deliveries. They can never get my address correctly. I don't know if it's like my address is confusing to them or what, but they just can never get it right. And it's, hey, where are you? Oh, I have very clear instructions on how to get to my place, and they just can never fucking figure it out. And I think it's because a lot of them don't speak great English. And we're not going to shame people for not speaking English because we're a very accepting podcast. But fucking get it right, dude. Okay? I'm hungry. So anyway, I have a DoorDash delivery. I'm starving. It's taking a while. Finally, the app shows me that the guy's near my place, but he's at the place next to my place, and then he's across the street, and he's just very confused clearly. So I call him, and he answers, and he's like, hello? The dog. I'm like, huh? He's like, dog. I'm sorry, dog. And I'm like, what are you fucking talking about? I don't have a dog. There's no dog. Dog. I'm like, are you lost, man? Are you lost, man? You want me to come out? So I open my door and I see the guy in the street, and I'm like, yo, I yell out to him, and he looks and he starts walking towards me, and he's walking down my driveway, and he's limping. And I'm like, what the fuck? This guy's got a limp, He's a pimp in the 80s. He's limping towards me. He's all of a sudden he's getting close, and I'm realizing his pant leg is ripped from his thigh to his ankle. And there's dirt and blood on his leg. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he's like, bro, I'm sorry, bro. Dog, I got a dog. And I'm like, did you get attacked by a dog? This dude went to the wrong house and got attacked by a dog. One of my neighbors is a dog. And I'm like, oh my God, dude. And he's like, bro, can I have some water? He's asking for water. And I'm like, yeah. And then he's acting like he's going to come in. And I'm like, just stay right here. I'm not going to fucking let you into my house, dude. Sorry. You could be bleeding out of your chest from a gunshot wound. I'm not letting you in my house. So I close the door. I fucking lock it. I go grab my bottle of water from my fridge. I come out and I'm like, okay, thanks. And I take my food, obviously. And I'm like, all right, man. Well, hey, good, good luck. Maybe call the police or something. I don't know. Anyway, all right, see you later. Fucking close the door. What do you want me to do? Now my food's probably cold. I mean, thank God my food wasn't harmed in this dog attack, So shout out to him for protecting my food while he was getting mauled. You know what I mean? I gave him an extra tip for that. $1 extra, I'm not, what is this, a charity? Okay. One more thing. I want to start a segment on my show. I want to start a new segment. I get a lot of DMs of people asking me advice about stuff advice on technology, advice on music, advice on relationships and life. And I think it will be fun to do a new segment called Just Ask Gino. And so we're going to do that starting next week. We're going to do Just Ask Gino. I don't know if it's going to be one question per episode. I'm going to do it at the end of the episode. So after the FOH HOF. So depending on how much time we have left, maybe that's how many I answer. But if you have a question for me, feel free to hit my DMs on Instagram or TikTok or in the comment section if you want to not be as anonymous. But I will answer them all anonymously. So I'm not going to be Jeff Baskers asked what happens if you can't get an erection. I'm not going to put you on blast or nothing like that. So yeah, I'm going to do that. Advice on anything. Ask me whatever you want. Okay, let's get into the week, shall we? And talk about the world as it continues to crumble and just everything falls apart. We're gonna dive into a story by story basis. Yeah. Okay. First thing that happened. I talked about this last week, but LiveNation and Ticketmaster have been fucking smoked by the Justice Department. In a landmark move, the Justice Department has launched a massive antitrust lawsuit against the evil overlords of live entertainment, Ticketmaster and its parent company, LiveNation, alleging they're operating an illegal monopoly, burdening both fans and artists alike. Go fuck yourself. Thank God. Dude, the government's been on fire the last. I think I'm putting some fucking pressure on the government, dude. I'm telling you, I think they watch this podcast. This and then the crypto thing, which we'll get into. But man, I mean, what's up, guys? Appreciate you tuning in. Make sure you smash that like button. For decades, Ticketmaster and LiveNation have been at the center of controversies over soaring tickets and fees. I mean, excessive, exorbitant fees. I had a video that went viral like months ago where I talk about how the fees were more than the ticket. I mean, these fees are insane. Taylor Swift, Bruce Springsteen, they've all voiced their displeasure. I mean, this is such an important case, and it really paints the picture of a company that uses colossal market power to crush competitors, coerce venues and artists, and ensure that its grip on the industry remains unchallenged. They have been fucking tyrants for over a decade. I mean, they have been just vice grip control. LiveNation damn near has a 360 deal with all of live entertainment. They control every aspect of the touring economy. And again, I've talked about this on previous episodes, but we're really going to like fucking dive into it now because I want to illustrate it and like break it down piece by piece so you can see how crazy this monopoly is. First of all, they own and control a shitload of venues. LiveNation owns, leases, or has exclusive booking rights to a significant number of concert venues across North America and beyond. This control over venues allows them to dictate the terms, secure all events that they want, centralizing their power in the market and blacklisting anybody that tries to circumvent them. They're the fucking mafia. Okay? Not only that, but they manage a bunch of artists. So they also operate as an artist management company that manages artists across all genres. And by managing them, they not only control the performance, but also significant aspects of the artist's career, including negotiations, promotions, scheduling. And this integration ensures that many artists remain within their ecosystem for all their professional needs. More on this later. Ticketing. They control ticketing through Ticketmaster. Okay? They control, I would say, like the majority of all live events. And not just for the venues they own, but for other venues. So they have a monopoly on the venues, and then the ones they don't own, well, you better use Ticketmaster. And this monopoly over ticket sales allows them to set pricing, structures, fees, terms of the sale, which significantly influences the overall profitability of events, making sure that they profit no matter what, and nobody else gets to fucking eat. More on that later. Merchandising. LiveNation offer, they offer services for merchandising, but at the end of the day, again, they control everything. You have to go through them, and they often handle the merchandising rights for all the events and artists under its management. Even artists that aren't managed by them. If you go through their venues, they have merchandising rights that you have to follow. This includes sales at concerts, online, and through other retail outlets. So they are just eating from everywhere. They dominate promotions and sponsorships of the events. They secure sponsors for tours and venues. They can offset their own minimal costs and increase revenue streams beyond ticket sales and merchandise for themselves. And of course, they have exclusive contracts with venues and artists, which restricts them from working with competing promoters or ticketing companies. And these agreements are insane. They have these artists sign. There's a clip that's been circulating. I've been sent this clip a lot from Jon Bellion. Now, if you don't know who Jon Bellion is, He's probably, I would say he's one of the best songwriters in the world. He's an incredible writer. He's written so many fucking hits. You'd be like, Jon Bellion wrote that, and he wrote that. He's also a massively popular artist who was touring the world. And he's also a friend of mine. Now, I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm super close with Jon Bellion, but I went to Jamaica with Jon and a few other writers for a writing camp. And he was super fucking cool. Such a nice dude. I was with him and his wife, and you know, we were talking for a while, and we didn't like fully get into this, but you know, we were talking about his artist project and just how jaded he was by everything. And I'm gonna play this clip because it's pretty fucking eye-opening on how insane LiveNation and Ticketmaster are.
I got to a place in my career, we sold out 10,000 people at Jones Beach. I mean, it was like the height of everything for me, and it was right around the time I figured out how my LiveNation contract worked. And it was right around the time I figured out how my record deal actually worked.
And how did that make you feel?
It was like panic attacks. It was like, oh my gosh, if A plus B equals C, I'm never going to pay this back. I'm going to be on the road 11 months a year just trying to pay back. LiveNation, they're getting everybody coming 12 ways, 12 times a Tuesday.
Are you with LiveNation?
No, I paid myself out of the deal, and I had to pay 25% extra on what they advanced me. When you figure that out on the road and you're thinking, man, why did we buy 300 rolls of toilet paper? Why do we have to spend this much on catering every day? Wait a second, what? In my contract it says,
because it's not their money,
you got to spend this much on catering and it comes out of my pocket?
Yeah.
But then I have to pay an advance back? And by the way, the advance that you have to give me is only on hard ticket sales. So the concept's called peanuts, parking, and alcohol. When I sell out 10,000 people at Jones Beach, the person who buys a $20 hot dog, I don't see a dime of that. The person who buys $40 for parking, I don't see a dime of that. And the person who buys $20 vodka and Red Bull, I don't see a dime of that. And then you advance me $1 million and tell me I'm rich to then find out that you're making $4 million a night. It takes me 36 shows to pay back the $1 million you advanced me.
It's a loan.
It's a fake loan.
It's a fake loan that it's like, we're going to give you a loan so you can make our money off of your creation.
And then it hit me, oh my gosh, they own all the venues. It's a monopoly. So then now they just want my body in this room so they can sell food and alcohol. So then they're going to make tons of money. And then they got me like schlepping around the United States talking about, I want to be famous. So when you figure that out, Joe Schmo pays $20 for a hot dog and I don't see that. And if I'm only making my advance back on hard ticket sales, that means I have to sell out every single venue in order to not go in the red, because I'm only paying my advance back on hard ticket sales. And by the way, they reserve the right in the contract to put the tickets on sale. So when it's $100 a ticket and they do their summer blowout sale, the tickets are only $10. So instead of me paying back $90 a ticket, right before I go on tour, they drop a Jon Bellion sale and the tickets are only $10.
Yikes. And Jon is a good case because Jon sells tickets, and you got to think of all the artists that can't put people in seats, and touring is harder than ever now. It's very difficult to convert streams and followers into people in seats. And the reason Jon can is because he came from an era where it was easier to you know, keep and maintain and feed super fans and build your fan base. You know what I mean? Jon may not have as many streams as other artists, but Jon can sell out bigger venues than them because he's got real fans of his music. And fucking LiveNation had him out there like the fucking cymbal monkey. I mean, do you understand how crazy the concept is of the hot dog thing that he was talking about? And the concession thing and like and the catering? You have to buy this amount of catering and pay this amount for toilet paper and all these things. And you're paying us who have worked out all these deals. So we're eating off that. And then we're eating off all the food and the merch and all the things. You don't make a fucking dime on any of that. You only make money on hard ticket sales. And oh, by the way, we're running sales on those sales. And oh, by the way, we're charging on those sales. Oh, it's $90 a ticket, but it's on sale for $50. But don't worry, we're still eating off of the fees that we put on the marketplace that you have to pay. So your $90 ticket that's on sale for $50, we've got a $100 service fee on there that we're making 100% of, that artists like Jon don't see a dime of. Do you get it? So fuck them. The entertainment industry as a whole will be so much better off when they're dismantled. This lawsuit is not just a legal skirmish, but it is a critical juncture for the future of entertainment. I'm not being dramatic. This can reshape the landscape in which artists perform and fans revel in the music that they love. We need this. For both sides need this. The only people that benefit from this, the only people that eat off this are the suits at LiveNation and Ticketmaster. Do you understand that? An entire creator economy has been fucking fractured and destroyed so 20 people can go on a bigger vacation every year. Do you get it yet? And this same issue is echoed in other chambers of the music industry. And we touched on it with the Spotify thing. It's a different kind of monopoly, but it's becoming the same thing. Okay? So this is huge. And this case is going to be huge. So we need the Justice Department to win. And they will, because it's just obviously a fucking monopoly. It's not even a question. Moving on. I'm going to have a sip of water. Okay. You know, this week we don't have a lot of like stories. It's just two like really big stories, but they're really important stories. That's one of them. And this is the second one, and it's our main story. Before we get into our main story, here's the segue. May 22nd was Bitcoin Pizza Day. You've probably heard about Bitcoin Pizza Day. But the reason it's so important and historical is basically 14 years ago on May 22nd. 14 years ago, a man paid 10,000 Bitcoin for 2 Papa John's pizzas, which at the time was maybe like $30 or something like that. Today, that would be worth $700 million. Just let that sink in for a second. $700 million. Have you ever lost like a 20? Or like lost something kind of valuable? Now, it's historically significant because it's the first time anybody ever spent Bitcoin or a cryptocurrency on something. But, you know, it's a significant day. And what a significant week it was for cryptocurrency. Now, you guys know I've been on here since episode 1, banging the fucking drum, trying to get you guys to pay attention, trying to demystify crypto. And, you know, you've been hearing since the great crypto crash about how, crypto is a scam. See, all these NFTs are worthless. See, all this shit is blah, blah, blah. It's a Ponzi. It's bullshit. Blah, blah, blah. Right? You've been saying that. You've been hearing that. You've been reading those articles, those clickbait articles. And I believe I launched this podcast in the depths of the bear market. But I've been saying, don't sleep. Don't be your parents. Don't be your parents during the internet. When the internet first came out, don't be your parents. When the .com bubble burst and your parents said, see, the internet is a scam. They were right. I knew it. I knew David Letterman was right when he was making fun of Bill Gates. I knew it. But what did you do? You were your parents. The Bitcoin ETF got approved, and I said, what did I say? It's here. I said, this is the biggest thing it could not be more obvious that crypto is here and to be taken serious. The regulatory framework is beginning to take shape. You can't put the genie back in the bottle. You can't pass a Bitcoin ETF and give legitimacy to Bitcoin without the other dominoes falling. And I said an Ethereum ETF is next. And what did you do? You ignored me. You thought I was just a crypto bro. You confused me with these fucking entrepreneur bros that just yap about bullshit and get rich quick schemes. God damn it. Well, what happened this week? The SEC, who has been enemies of crypto, who have been on an anti-crypto brigade, which I've talked about ad nauseum, about how they are stifling innovation and driving all the free thinkers and innovative technologies out of the United States, scaring people away from innovating here and going to do it elsewhere as we build Web3. Finally, the SEC got fucking mogged. Got absolutely shut down by the government. The Biden administration, who's been so anti-crypto, suddenly, out of nowhere, completely 180'd and changed their stance entirely. We'll get into why in a moment, but this is what happened this week. The SEC has just greenlit the first spot Ethereum ETF in the United States, which marks a significant step forward for cryptocurrency integration into mainstream finance. Following the approval of the Bitcoin ETF earlier this year, the SEC extended its confidence to Ethereum, with major exchanges like NASDAQ, the New York Stock Exchange, and the CBOE gearing up to offer these products to institutional investors. Gary Gensler, get absolutely fucking mogged, buddy. Get mogged unapologetically. All the time he's gone around, crypto is a security. It's all a scam. It's dangerous for investors. Well, guess what he had to fucking do? He had to eat cheese and approve a spot Ethereum ETF. Because the big boy said, hey, you're fucking up, dude. Take a seat. Here's how you should look at it, if you're not privy. Bitcoin is like digital gold, right? You've heard that comparison. Bitcoin is like digital gold. It's a store of value and a hedge against inflation and the dollar. As the United States dollar just keeps getting printed and printed and printed and printed and printed, and the value of your dollar continues to go down, 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 Bitcoin is a store of value and a hedge against the incompetence of Washington. Ethereum is like digital oil. Okay? Bitcoin, digital gold. Ethereum, digital oil. It powers decentralized applications and smart contracts and fuels the blockchain ecosystem. So things are built on Ethereum. If you want just to break it down simply, if you don't quite get it, right? Ethereum is where the majority of dApps and smart contracts and Web3 protocols are built on top of, right? And Ethereum is the token that powers this ecosystem. Okay? If you want to, just to give you, an analogy. And if you want to use that oil to grease up the algorithm, you're welcome to do so by leaving a comment. Maybe you want to leave a comment right now because, God damn it, I did it again, didn't I? I mean, I impress myself sometimes. Anyway, the approval of the Ether Exchange Traded Fund, the ETF, by the U.S. Securities and Exchange Commission marks a pivotal moment. What it does is, obviously, it legitimizes things even more. So, it recognizes ETH as a legitimate financial asset that could be integrated into TradFi. And this endorsement can end all skepticism surrounding digital currencies. I don't want to hear one more fucking time from you guys that crypto is a scam. I don't want to hear it. You're yelling into a wall. You're wrong. Take the L. It's okay. I've been wrong about a bunch of shit in my life. I know it doesn't seem like it because I'm never wrong on this podcast, but there have been moments in my life where I'm wrong. And the most important part of being wrong is recognizing when you're wrong. Don't be so stubborn that you just ignore the future of technology. Don't be your parents. Also, very important, obviously, just like the Bitcoin ETF, this will increase institutional investment. With the introduction of ETFs, institutional investors who were previously hesitant due to the unregulated nature of crypto, especially to ETH, may now feel comfortable engaging with them, which basically means, in layman's terms, all the giant fucking VC firms that control all the money from the rich, lazy people that don't know what to invest in, they're all going to dump their money into it. We are going to see record inflows. So when the Bitcoin ETF was approved, Bitcoin, like the price went down a little bit, everybody sold the news, and then it fucking rocketed. And the same thing's going to happen with ETH and just crypto in general because it's about to be face melting. And another factor that will contribute to that is regulatory framework. Now that the ETH ETF has been approved, we'll start to have some regulatory clarity. And regulatory clarity now can foster innovation by setting clear guidelines for what is permissible. This environment allows businesses and entrepreneurs to innovate with the confidence that their products and services comply with established law, and they will stay in the United States. God bless America. I mean, imagine if the internet came around and we were fucking banning tech companies from working on internet products. Fucking Dell and Microsoft and Apple and all these companies would have left. Amazon, out of here. It's the same shit here. We need this. Because otherwise, people have been scared to start stuff here. Why would I start a company if at any moment the government could be like, actually, illegal. Actually, it's a security and you're going to jail? They wouldn't. And that's why this was so important. And the question here is, why the sudden change of tune? After years of the Biden administration being anti-crypto and Elizabeth Warren being like, we're building an anti-crypto army. And Gary Gensler and all these other fucking dinosaur idiots who have no idea what they're talking about, trying to take bread out of your pocket. All of a sudden, randomly, literally, one day they went, why? I'll tell you why. There was a moment a couple months ago at Mar-a-Lago at a Trump rally, and some kid wearing pit vipers asked Donald Trump this question.
With the goggles on.
A lot of the smartest people in crypto are moving their businesses out of the U.S. because they're scared of the U.S.'s regulations.
Because of the hostility.
Correct.
Yeah, crypto is moving out of the U.S. because of hostility toward crypto.
Correct. So what are you going to do to stop it?
Well, we'll stop it because I don't want that. I want that. If we're going to embrace it, we have to let them be here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so that kid wearing the moggles, as Donald Trump called them goggles, but we call them moggles. Sorry, Pikachu, I didn't mean to knock you over like that, buddy. I just had to put the pit vipers on because, goddamn it, it's time to get serious. He put on the pitties and got serious and asked Donald Trump that question. Hey, man, a lot of people are leaving the country because they're scared of, U.S. regulatory framework being anti-crypto, blah, 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 blah. And Trump basically said, hey, I'm pro-crypto. We want to keep those businesses here. You guys know I don't fuck with Donald Trump. But goddamn it, he's right. And that moment was so pivotal because what happened is a lot of crypto investors started donating to Donald Trump. They said, "Oh, he's pro-crypto. Well, take our bags. We want to keep the United States pro-crypto." And he started getting a bunch of donations. Well, when Trump expressed his support and started accepting donations in Bitcoin and started getting millions of dollars in donations in Bitcoin, all of a sudden, the Biden administration was like, oh, fuck. Maybe this is not the hill to die on. Maybe this isn't like an issue we should fucking roll on our backs and die on. Because the whole anti-crypto thing was great when FTX fell apart, when a scammer was running a centralized crypto exchange and defrauded a bunch of people for money, which, by the way, is a finance crime, not a crypto crime. But now that prices are, now that the market is booming again, that anti-crypto fucking thing isn't really working out so good. And it turns out through polling, most Americans are not anti-crypto, especially in his voter base. And when he sees Trump getting crazy donations, all of a sudden, Joe Biden, this happened last week, puts out like a text or email blast to his voter base and says, hey, guys, we're going to need more donations than I thought. Donald Trump is accepting donations in Bitcoin and is outraising us. I need your help. And all of a sudden, out of nowhere, the Biden administration and the Democrats are now pro-crypto. Isn't it funny how that works? The expectation has always been that politicians would embrace cryptocurrency once it became clear that it was what the public demanded and their positions depended on it. And lo and behold, these motherfuckers are reactionary, not proactive. Let that be clear. The only reason that they're doing this is because their election depends on it. But I'm letting you know now it's going to be a huge issue in this upcoming election. Donald Trump put out on Truth Social today, and I don't have Truth Social. I just saw this circulating on Twitter, but he posted, I am very positive and open-minded to cryptocurrency companies and all things related to this new and burgeoning industry. Our country must be the leader in the field. There is no second place. Crooked Joe Biden, on the other hand, the worst president in the history of our country, wants it to die a slow and painful death. That will never happen with me. God, what a fucking clown show this election is about to be. He is right, though. I can't believe I fucking agree with Donald Trump on something. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is like when, you know that meme when it's like heartbreaking. Guy you hate the most makes a good point, you know? That's the meme that I'm living in right now. But anyway, it's here. So, you know, you have two options here. You can either be right or you can make money. What do you want to be? Do you want to be right or do you want to make money? If you were like, crypto is a scam, do you want to be right or do you want to make money? Do you want to cope or do you want to be a part of the biggest fucking emerging industry in tech and finance simultaneously? Do you want to be a part of monetized internet? Up to you. Not financial advice. It's time to move on to everyone's fucking favorite segment, isn't it? It's time to get into the FOH HOF, the Fuck Out of Here Hall of Fame. Let's put the Pradas back on. All right. How do I look? Fucking fantastic as always. Make sure Pikachu's facing the camera. Yeah, okay, sick. Here we go. All right. FOH HOF. We got some new inductees this week. Here's the first video. Let's just get right into it, yeah, without further ado.
I've had sex 2,000 times. Of those 2,000 times, I've probably only like maybe 50 times.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I've found that when you have sex and then it's called finishing. Finish, you're done. It's over. But if you don't, you're not finished. So having sex with her, and you can last way longer. Like, it can go like an hour and a half, whatever.
You're going an hour?
Yeah, dude, because you
Bro,
don't finish.
how are you doing this?
There's techniques. I got like 3 or 4 techniques that work every time.
You gotta enlighten me.
Yeah, I'll give you techniques. But if you don't finish, then when you're like done having sex, or like when you zip up your pants and she pulls up your pants, whatever, and you like hang around the house, you go for a walk, you go to the mall together, whatever, you go for a drive, like, because you haven't finished, the vibe is still there. So it's still like, hey, like, I'm not done with you yet.
Bro thinks he's the semen sensei. You know? This guy never comes. Blue balls fear him. Bro's just walking around with 2 WNBA regulation-sized basketballs in his pants at all times. Just fucking swinging like Dan Campbell's nuts. Just. I mean, you heard him, guys. Once you come, you finish. You're done. Every time I've ever came, I've had to break up with my girlfriend because it's finished. It's over. You know? That's why I'm so like, I love my girl now. I can't ever, I just got to be so focused. Do you know what I mean? While I'm having sex, I try to recite all 151 original Pokemon in order so I can distract myself and not enjoy sex. Because, you know, once you come, you finish. This is a bizarre. All right, joke's over. What the fuck? How do you even get on this topic? Oh, by the way, speaking of why I'm so focused all the time, it's because when I have sex, I never nut. I mean, dude, an hour and a half, by the way. Yeah, it's why I usually last an hour to an hour and a half. Bro thinks he's Johnny Sins. No girl is trying to have sex for 90 minutes. That is like not enjoyable. I'm not trying to have sex for 90 minutes. I got shit to do. 90 minutes? I mean, no, unless the girl's a sex worker and being paid, and they're not even trying to have sex for 90 minutes. They're clocking in and clocking out, dude. It's not enjoyable. You're not doing her a favor. And you're like trying not to nut. So it's like, yeah, I do an hour and a half, all missionary, jackhammer style, so she doesn't finish either. Because if finishing means you're finished, you don't want the girl to come either, right, bro? So you got to make sure she doesn't come either. But don't worry, I don't think that's going to be a problem for you. I don't think you're going to have an issue with that. Yeah, I've had sex 2,000 times and I've only nutted 50. First of all, who counts how many times they've had sex? Like you nut and then you just like, your wall is just like, you got tally marks on your wall. You're like Jim Carrey in the movie 23 and you're just like writing on the wall. Yeah, if you can bust 10 nuts before you're 30, if you can have generational... Bro, like, this is such a... This is so funny to me, man. I mean, this is crazy.
I've had sex 2,000 times. Of those 2,000 times, I've probably only like maybe 50 times.
Yeah, maybe 50 times. Like, I've had sex like 2,000 times. I've only come maybe 50 times, dude. Like, No Nut November has metastasized and become his entire personality. This can't be good. Like semen retention. Yeah, this is like the opposite effect of post-nut clarity. He's literally such an edgelord that he's living in a constant state of pre-nut delusion where time and space no longer exist. He lives in a mind palace where sexual partners are merely trials and tribulations. He views his partner as a test of testosterone that he must overcome and undercome. I mean, let's look at the word overcome, right? Look at the word overcome. It's to be overcome. He's literally the conqueror of cum. That's why he's got that super fucking tight Genghis Khan man bun going on. And when she asks, is everything okay? Because, you know, you haven't nut in 34 times of having sex. You're 34 for 34 on not nutting. When she like looks back and is like, hey, is everything okay? Like, am I not pretty enough for you? You just smile and say, no. I'm just not done with you yet. Because that's what he says at the end of this video, which is the most insane thing to say.
Because you haven't finished, the vibe is still there. So it's still like, hey, like, I'm not done with you yet.
Yeah. The sex vibe isn't finished. So you can just be like, yeah, I'm not done with you yet. That's it. What? I'm not done with you yet. He's talking like an anime villain. I'm not done with you yet. Get back here. I'm not done with you yet. I think bro just actually has performance anxiety and is dressing it up like he's some sort of wise ejaculation expert, you know? Like he just can't nut. because he's like nervous and he's got anxiety, and he's just like, yeah, I just want to have sex for an hour and a half 3 times a day. Because I know that's so pleasurable for you. All right, moving on. God, I'm going to get fucking shadow banned from the algorithm for posting this for sure, dude. TikTok's going to fucking smoke me. All right, next video. I'm not kidding. I maybe had 60 people send me this video. It is one of my favorite videos that I've ever had. And guys, it's white people in the forest acting like white people again for the second straight week. Here we go.
Would you pay $4,000 to swing big sticks and scream in the woods with the aim of releasing your anger?
It is imperative that we allow ourselves safe spaces to release this fiery, hot emotion from within us.
So it's called the Rage Ritual Retreat, and the founder's name is Mia, and she describes herself as a spiritual fairy godmother and is known online as Mia Magic.
You're gonna need big sticks.
Right now I feel angry, right now I feel frustrated. Everything, whatever you're feeling, let it out, express yourself.
Now participants are encouraged to scream, to think of people and experiences that have wronged them, and swing big sticks for up to 20 minutes or until they can no longer move their arms as a way to release their emotions.
This is a place where we get to go full out without any feeling of restriction.
Who has made me angry? Who has hurt me? Who has broken me? Who has cut me down?
Now the rage rituals go down in the forest so that they don't have to worry about bothering people nearby. And if you're thinking of joining a rage ritual, the packages range from $2,000 to $4,000. And you know people online are sharing their thoughts on this creative therapeutic outlet. One user said, where is this? Asking for a friend. And this user said, I want in. While this user said, I wish women would just take their rage out on the people that are enraging them. These rituals are like a bandage for a bleeding wound. Now Mia Magic said the next retreat will be in August and the location will be in France. So BG Squad, how do you feel about this rage ritual? And are you thinking of going to one too? Share your thoughts in the comments.
You know what? Maybe Harrison Butker was right. Maybe he was right. Maybe I was wrong. I was talking about that earlier in the show. When you're wrong, you just got to admit it. Maybe he was right. I haven't seen a white liberal woman yell like this since that lady when Trump lost to Hillary. Or when Trump beat Hillary. You know what I'm talking about? When that white woman was like, no! Like on her knees. This is why Trump is winning the election again this cycle, by the way. These women. I mean, this is the most insane way to extract money from white people yet that I've seen. And if it's like, Gino, why are you picking on white people? You're white. First of all, shut the fuck up. Second of all, because of course, dude. These people are delulu. $4,000. You can actually just drive your vehicle to any park or wooded area and do this for free. You know that, right? You don't have to pay the spiritual fairy godmother to guide you as you break sticks in the woods. You can just do it for free. Yo, new way to separate rich white people from their money just dropped. Does anybody have any of the numbers of these women? Does anybody have a tap in on the leads? Because I have a backyard with a few trees that are just asking for it. And I'd love to pitch them on this. I'll provide the sticks. Ladies, would you rather be trapped in the woods with a man, a bear, or these women for $4,000? Personally, I'm taking the bear. Put me in the woods with the revenant bear. I think I'd rather be ripped to shreds like Leonardo DiCaprio than fucking spend 2 minutes in the woods with these women. Spiritual fairy godmother. Dude, that's fucking hilarious. What's her name? Mia Magic? I'm not gonna lie, dude. I think this woman's a fucking genius. Imagine listening to Grant Cardone or Andy Elliott for business advice when this woman is 10 times the entrepreneur that they are. If you can convince women to come to the woods and break sticks for 4 bands, then I'm trying to buy that course. Put that course in bio. Sign me the fuck up, Mia Magic. Be my spiritual fairy godmother. I mean, this is genius. I think I'm going to start a business as the spiritual fairy godfather, where men pay me $4,000 to go to the woods and just jump in giant piles of leaves. Remember when you were a kid and you had to rake the leaves in your yard and you would jump in them? I feel like that would do men a lot of good for their mental health, to just jump in giant piles of leaves again like they're kids. And I'm going to set that up. Who wants to sign up? Who wants to, course in my bio, guys, we're going to the woods. We're going to jump in piles of leaves to reduce, to let that rage out. It's important to let out the rage, fellas. It's important. 4,000. Don't they have rage rooms for like $50 where you can just go to a rage room and like break shit? I mean, I do this for free in my crib while playing Elden Ring or watching the Detroit Lions play football. So the fact that they're paying all this money to go do it, dude, this is so funny. And this woman looks insane. Mia Magic, dude. Look at this woman.
Her name is Mia, and she describes herself as a spiritual fairy godmother and is known online as Mia Magic.
Dude, she's got a witch hat.
Right now, I feel angry. Right now, I feel frustrated. Everything, whatever you're feeling, let it out.
Dude, I could do this, man. What am I doing? I'm in the wrong fucking business. Why am I making music? Why am I slaving away in a studio making hit records to make like $400 from fucking Spotify when I can just invite strangers into the woods to break sticks for bands? She's making like 30 grand a fucking retreat, dude. White people used to gather sticks in the woods for Klan meetings. Now they do it for Karen meetings. The Karen Klux Klan over here. And instead of lighting sticks on fire in like as crosses, they're just like fucking thinking of any man that ever crossed them. Just like my fucking ex. Fucking ex. Definitely businessmen sending their wives on these retreats so they can go cheat on them. All right, moving on to our final video here. Okay, so, all right. Now listen. I'm getting ahead of this one. This is me being proactive because I'm starting to see it circulate. And I got to nip it in the bud before it gets out of control. Okay? Terrence Howard went on the Joe Rogan podcast. And if you don't know who Terrence Howard is, he's an incredible actor. He's been in a lot of great movies. But he's a bit of a nut. And he went on Joe Rogan and basically just started spewing all these insane conspiracies that he has. And he's been talking about these for a while, but like it wasn't on Rogan. So like I've seen this in social media circulating over the past couple years. And I've been like, this isn't going to have any legs, But when you go on the biggest podcast in the world for now, because I'm coming for you, Joe. And you guys know Joe Rogan's he's a friend of the pod. He follows me on Instagram. When you go on the biggest show in the world that the most people watch in the world, there are going to be people that hear these things and they are going to believe it. So here's the first clip of Terrence Howard explaining that he doesn't believe that gravity exists.
Gravity is supposed to be the greater the mass is the greater the attractor. You take a balloon, you rub it on your leg, you put it over the ground. Watch the dust particles jump off the ground, off this big mass called the Earth, and jump onto that balloon. Because why? Electricity is 137 times stronger than the pull of gravity or the effects of the so-called gravity. It's the electric force that's the attractive force. It's the electric force that tightens everything together as the masculine, and then the dividing force is the radiative force, the magnetic field. It ablates and pushes everything out, and then they collect together again. But where these things meet, at the proper angles of incidence, like the Birkeland currents talked about, those plasma currents talked about, those angles of incidence is at 120 degrees when it converts it back into electricity, and it will keep collecting and coming and making life. The planet isn't a dead thing. It didn't just happen to come together. That's just the process by which it was given life. It's alive, and it's screaming. It thought we were going to be beneficial to it, and now it's trying to kill us. It needs to scratch itself and get rid of us because we are too dangerous, because we are using antiquated fundamentals.
He's actually right. Gravity can't exist because the centrifugal force from Earth's rotation is merely unilateral. You know what I mean? So if you follow Kaplan's theory, which was published in 1969, you'll actually see that the electromagnetic field is actually proving that I'm just completely making this up. I made that whole thing up. I was just completely yapping. You see how easy it is to use big words and sound smart? He just said a bunch of nothing. Bro is magna cum laude at YouTube University. I mean, this is the Charizard of flat earthers. Like, they've evolved into their final form. It is Terrence Howard. I love Joe Rogan, dude, but why did you have Neil Dumbass Tyson on your show, bro? Like, this episode just gave birth to tens of thousands of science conspiracy theorists that I'm going to have to fucking battle on the internet. Like that Game of Thrones scene where Jon Snow's like, the Battle of the Bastards. That's how I feel, like, up against this army of dumb fucks that I'm going to have to face now, that don't think that science is real and gravity doesn't exist because of electromagnetic fields. Terrence Howard is Cat Williams if he did ayahuasca. He's the smartest dumbass in world history, basically. I've never seen someone so smart and so fucking dumb at the same time. Like, just to go through all the shit that he said. Like, he's trying to say gravity doesn't exist and it's electromagnetism.
And jump onto that balloon, because why? Electricity is 137 times stronger than the pull of gravity. Or
no, it's not. Electromagnetism is it's not 137 times stronger. It's trillions and trillions and trillions of times stronger than gravity. Scientifically. So, like, just making up stuff. He's like, oh, well, the electric force is attractive. Well, it's attractive and repulsive. Hence magnetism. So, like, think of a fucking magnet. You've got the positive and the negative magnet, and they attract, and two positives. So if that was the case, we might just be fucking floating around or bouncing around. What are you talking about, man? Terrence Howard, incredible actor, terrible astrophysicist. Like, this is like Michael Jordan retiring from basketball to play baseball. How'd that go for him? You're going to go up against all the greatest minds of science in the history and just be like, you guys are all wrong. I figured it out. Hey, guys, I took a break from filming Hustle and Flow to figure out that gravity doesn't exist. Who should I believe? Sir Isaac Newton or Main Isaac Newton? Albert Einstein or the guy that got replaced by Don Cheadle in Iron Man 2? Because he couldn't negotiate his contract properly. Like, bro, ironically thinks he's Tony Stark. You know? I mean, science is a team sport, dude. You got hundreds of thousands of fucking scientists and geniuses and, like, physicists and astrophysicists and they've all come together and reached the same conclusion in different independent fields and studies to conclude things. And you think that you are smarter than all of them. This is the same guy that said that 1 times 1 doesn't equal 1. Oh yeah, you haven't heard. This is like what when I first discovered he was a fucking nutcase. He's like going around to colleges and on TV shows and telling people, guys, 1 times 1 doesn't equal 1. You've been lied to. I've figured it out. Look at this. Let me play this fucking clip.
How is it that multiplication, if it means to make more and increase in number, how is one...
By the way, anytime this music is playing in the background, you know it's some dumb shit. You know someone's going to say some dumb shit. All right.
How is it that multiplication, if it means to make more and increase in number, how is 1 times 1 equaling 1 part of the multiplication table? Now, I understand that if you're seeing it one time,
right,
but we call that once. But the moment that you add the times in there, that multiplicative indicator, that means there's more than 1. So now each equation is supposed to be balanced. You know, that equal sign is supposed to show that there's a balance between these 2 numbers over here and a balance on this one over here.
Right.
What happened to the other one in this equation? Under what conditions it said it's illogical, where the square root of a number added to itself will equal more than that number squared?
Bro, what are you... Bro thought he cracked the fucking math Da Vinci Code. Bro is battling up against 2nd grade math and losing. Getting his ass beat by a fucking times table. First of all, multiplication doesn't mean to make more. So your definitions are fucked up. By definition, the process of combining matrices, vectors, or other quantities under specific rules to obtain their products, that's the definition of multiplication. Okay, first of all. Now let's talk about 1 times 1 and why it equals 1. 1 is happening 1 time. That's what 1 times 1 means. It means 1 is happening 1 time. And the multiplicative indicator is literally the reason that 1 times 1 equals 1. Think about this. If I have 1 of one thing, how many do I have? If I have 1 of Pikachu, how many Pikachus do I have? I have 1 Pikachu. If I have 0 Pikachu, 0 of 1 Pikachu, how many Pikachus do I have? I have 0 Pikachus. That's how multiplication works. Okay? You're completely... I can't believe I have to fucking explain this, but here we are. He's completely ignoring the identitive property, which is like one of the fundamentals of math. 1 is only happening 1 time. So on the equal sign, it keeps its identity. Multiplying 1 by 1 does not make more of, therefore, it keeps its identity. Yay! Are you smarter than a 1st grader? Now you are. I don't know if teachers are failing or what is going on. Guys, there's no grand PEMDAS conspiracy to trick you with basic math. I'm in the fucking comments section of this video and people are like, he better be careful. They're about to come for him. Who? Big math is going to come after him? Wait, what, like Boeing's going to come fucking silence him because they've changed? There's no algebra Illuminati. Wait, what do you... Like all the like math geniuses get together on like an Epstein Island and they just like, fuck, yeah, these fucking idiots still think that 1 times 1 equals 1. Little do they know that 1 times 0 actually equals 1. Fools. Fucking unbelievable, dude. But Terrence Martin has 97 patents. How many patents do you have? Dude, filing a patent literally just requires you to pay a fee. That's it. I can file a patent that the sun is made of cheese, and eating cheese can turn someone that's lactose intolerant into tolerant, and that because they're tolerant, gravity, which doesn't exist, will allow them to float into the sun as and I could pass that patent by paying the fee. But I don't want to have to spend money to trick people into thinking I'm smart. That's the difference. And to be clear, I don't think he's like Terrence Howard's going around doing this because he's trying to fool people into thinking he's smart. I think he's just genuinely like fucking nuts. Like, I think he really believes you have to. Like, there's no way you would fake the funk like this. Oh my God. I mean, just. And I swear to God, if you get in my fucking comments, if I go in my comment section on Instagram and I got people in there trying to convince me that gravity isn't real and 1 × 1 = 2 or 3, I'm going to fucking put my head through a wall. Oh my God. Do you guys see why I'm so exhausted all the time? Because this is the burden that I chose to weigh, to wear. This is why I put on the super bully suit to fight back against this shit. Because if there's no checks and balances, it's anarchy. That's going to conclude our show. I want to thank you guys for listening. If you're tuning in from Apple Podcasts or Spotify, make sure you hit the like button, make sure you subscribe and save it to your device, and then hop on over to YouTube and watch it again. If you're watching on YouTube, and you should be watching on YouTube, make sure you delicately tap that like button. Smash the fuck out of that subscribe button for like 90 minutes without coming. Just smash that fucking subscribe button. Make sure you don't nut. Very important, because you want to come back to that subscribe button later and be like, I'm not done with you yet. And then go ahead and adhere some grease, some digital oil, some Ethereum onto your keyboard, right? And go ahead and grease up that algorithm by leaving another comment saying what you enjoyed this episode. And now we're going to end the show with everyone's favorite song, the Good Luck AI theme song. As the world continues to spiral into oblivion and you stay glued to the earth because the electromagnetic fields are holding you down, good night and good luck.
Everybody listen close. There's a brand new show that you gotta know. It's called
What's that?
Good Luck
With who?
with Gino.
That's me.
It's gonna get you moving, get you in the zone. Good luck, good vibes, good times. With Gino by your side, you'll be feeling fine.
Woo!
Every week, he's gonna bring the hype.
Come on.
So come on, let's go tune in online.
That fucking note. Come on.
Good luck, good vibes, good times. With Gino, it's gonna be a real delight. So get ready to laugh, learn and grow. Good luck, let's go.
Bitch.